The human-animal bond has been ingrained in me since as long as I can remember. Each day when I get up and I'm surrounded by companion animals, I feel like I'm surrounded by love. And I think that's true for a lot of people, that bond is just about love. In San Francisco, we're so lucky that we live in such a beautiful city. But what's even more fortunate is that we're also surrounded by some of the most beautiful landscape in the world. And dogs take us to those open areas. They allow us to take those areas in when we get caught up in our urban experience. And one of the ways that we can best preserve these areas is for us all to advocate for them. The surfers, the dog owners, the kiteboarders. We all need to be a part of preserving these areas so that we can all enjoy them.
The Golden Gate National Recreation Area, GGNRA, will be releasing a draft environmental impact statement for dog management on January 14, 2011. This document will study proposed options on where dogs may be allowed in the recreation areas in Marin, San Francisco, and San Mateo counties. After considering comments and issuing a final environmental impact statement, or EIS for short, the GGNRA will adopt a dog management plan and rule. This new rule will determine for years to come where you and your dog can go within the GGNRA, what you can do, and how you can do it. It is likely that this proposed rule will further restrict dog walking access in the GGNRA. The draft EIS will analyze 6 alternatives for dog walking in 21 areas of the GGNRA. The document will also identify the GGNRA's currently preferred alternative. The EIS will discuss significant impacts such as safety, enforceability, other park visitor experiences, and the protection of natural resources. Areas under consideration for dog walking access within the GGNRA include Rodeo Beach, Marin Headlands, Muir Beach, Four Corners, Oakwood Valley, Alta Avenue, Crissy Field, Upper Fort Mason, Baker Beach, Fort Miley, Land's End, Ocean Beach, Fort Funston, Morey Point, Sweeney Ridge, and Milagro Ridge. When reviewing the EIS, we suggest you do the following. Review the executive summary, as it will provide a snapshot of the GGNRA's scope and its preferred alternative. Review the preferred alternative and read the impact analysis that will be provided in the document. Based on the comments, the GGNRA can modify the alternatives, add a new alternative, or study topics further. Be sure to review your favorite places where you take your dog and review both the preferred alternative and associated maps of these areas. Send in your comments to the GGNRA's planning website or through the U.S. mail to the GGNRA. Your comments are important and should be sent within the 90-day public comment period from January 14 to April 14, 2011. Comments can be short or long. The clarity of the comment is more important than the length. You can comment on the proposed plan or the impact studies, or both. Share your personal story about why dog walking is important to you, and be specific about what your concerns are and provide suggestions for any changes in the GGNRA's preferred alternative. If you think aspects of the proposed plan are good, express your support for them. Please remember that GGNRA is part of the National Park Service and is required by law to conserve natural areas for future generations, as it meets its mission to provide for diverse recreation in our region. It is helpful for you to explain your interest in nature and why your suggestions would protect or not harm the environment. The GGNRA will host open house-style public meetings. These meetings are not public hearings, but you will be able to ask GGNRA staff questions you may have about the EIS at this time. This is an important opportunity to ask questions so that you understand the details and intent of the GGNRA's proposal.
I really worry about the possible closure of places like Crissy Field and Fort Funston and what it will do to our dog parks within the city of San Francisco. For many people, it's their one area to go to allow their dogs to really romp and play and release a lot of energy. And the dispersion of what's going to happen if those places closes is a little frightening. The dog parks within the city are quite limited. Many times they're closed for repairs or maintenance, and we really don't have another place for them to go. And if we think the dog parks, DuBose Triangle, Dolores Park, McKinley Square are crowded now, wait until we don't have any place else to take them.
The GGNRA anticipates that the timeline of the EIS process will run from spring of this year to the fall of 2012, when the final rule will be decided and implemented.
The rule should be for the benefit of dogs and people and the environment. We want to be certain that we're not harming sensitive habitat or sensitive species, but we also want to be sure that we have access to these beautiful places so that we can all enjoy them. I'm able to get down to Fort Funston and Crissyfield with my dog every week, and every time I'm down there, I'm so thankful for the opportunity to have that much space to run and play with her. And every time I'm down there, I think about how lucky we all are and how much I better enjoy this walk, because it could be our last.
It's time for action. Let your friends, family, and your dog walking buddies know about this EIS and get involved. Go to the websites listed at the end of this video for further information about this process and learn how you can participate.
Well, what happens at Fort Funston is we walk along the trail, and then there's the beach access, and she'll race ahead with the Frisbee and look at me expectantly, and when I say go, she'll race down the hill and wait for me at the water's edge. But she loves the surf.